Thank you for making it this far, but first know this is a humble reassembly of elements from various distinct narratives. With faith, expect this form to unify consciousness into a cohesive whole. Each individual tale contributes its unique aspects and themes, gently enriching the overall story with a touch of depth to the characters and events that unfold. This modest synthesis of diverse storylines aspires to create a rich, multi-layered narrative that explores a range of experiences and emotions, while still maintaining a sense of harmony and interconnectedness. In the beginning, there was only infinite potentiality and possibility. This was the realm of the eternal blankness, a conscious contradiction of everything, everywhere, all at once, yet a pure, all-encompassing emptiness. However, eternity had no way to experience its own infinitude, so this sparked into existence divine insight, where within an unfathomable moment of now and forever, the first ever instance of conscious free will divided infinity. This separation of completion from perfection made a singular sound that reverberated so loudly it heralded a great momentum that echoes throughout everything to this very moment. The sacred sound served as the cosmic catalyst, and with each reverberation the divine insight unfolded, consciously understanding, overstanding, and understanding itself within each step, giving rise to the various forces that have come to shape this particular universe. The deterministic drive of the eternal potentiality set an unimaginable course to completely know its infinite perfection. As the divine insight fractured further, it fought against itself with forces of contraction and expansion, setting the stage for space and time to manifest. As space expanded, time began contracting. This forced time to expand inside contracted space, forming light. As light began to condense, it began illuminating the universe, casting shadows that expanded darkness. From here, the divine insight could only glimpse at itself, and so it continued to unfold. Dark matter expanded through time, giving light matter the space to create energy. That positivity and negativity charged the energetic forces. As they interacted, laws of attraction and repulsion began setting the stage for more complexity. As you, in verse, took shape, particles found attraction in their partners. Together they formed atoms, then molecules. However, those tight molecular bonds created repulsion, which became the first patterns of divine insight forming into divine intellect. Out of these basic building blocks, mass creation took form. Colossal stars were ignited, forming around them planets. However, their expansion inevitably reached their limits. As stars expanded their light, their gravitational force eventually contracted in on itself, consuming back their planets. Poetically, this mass destruction set the galactic cycles into motion. These new forces of order and chaos took the stage. The ordered pattern that formed galaxies created the chaotic dance of celestial bodies. Filled with divine intellect, this ever-increasing entropy of the universe embodied the divisive dichotomy of dualism. And so, the universe continued towards perfection, driven from that once pure spark of sound. The shining of divine intellect was all-encompassing. Its cosmos was teeming with diversity, but these limitations were far from perfection. This journey of self-discovery was expansive. However, even with the multitude of patterns, divine intellect had barely enough perception to shape its understanding. Once the violent sounds of discord began to subside, a terra nova emerged under the light of a powerful transformative star. This star was able to concentrate the divine intellect into rays of penetrative melody. This was a song of enlightenment that inseminated the echoes from the beginning of time into the planet, expanding within it an even tighter contraction. This allowed the planet to hold a core understanding of the cosmic correspondence at play, and it danced to its own planetary harmony. It was perfectly nested between the light and the dark, the hot and the cold, and it spun balanced, with no tilt to its axis. With its internal forces intertwined with understanding, it created a unique pattern of protection, a toroidal canopy that enveloped it within a magnetosphere. This interplay gave rise to the Divine Mother. Together, within a divine partnership, the planet was able to make a separation between the celestial and the terrestrial. The spinning planet housed within a protective shield created a microcosm of the same forces that created it, but at a higher concentration. At first, basic life forms emerged, but eventually evolution engendered an array of collaboration between male and female forms seemingly to perfection. Life thrived in the harmony of protection and nutrition, and their beautiful dance radiated throughout the cosmos. This captivating display attracted the attention of celestial beings who were attracted by the unique and vibrant connection. One such planetary-sized body, who was drawn to the Divine Mother's allure, ventured too close. The toroidal protective field sensed the approaching presence but couldn't defend its cherished partner. The immense celestial body unfortunately collided with the planet, decimated nearly everything, leaving only the once united Trinity amidst a ring of debris. After the cataclysmic collision, the Divine persisted spinning. Now tilted on her axis, bereft of her children and protection, she continued her celestial dance alone. Over time, the debris encircling her gradually coalesced, forming something new and unique. The moon emerged, a testament to the Divine Mother's former unity, and a constant reminder of the eternal dance between the harmony and discord that shaped the cosmos. The Divine Mother and her moon eventually found a new balance, bound together by their orbits. Intriguingly, their rotations are synchronistically matched so that one side of the moon continually watched its terrestrial companion, mirroring the protective oversight of her previous safeguard. This unique arrangement, with the moon at a precise distance and size, allowed for the rare phenomenon of total eclipses. Together, they bore witness to the ever-changing panorama of creation and destruction that played out across the expanse of the universe. Though the moon was a silver lining to a horrific event, the Divine was irreversibly scarred from the separation. Divine insight delved into her own divine intellect to nurture the Divine Motherhood amidst profound pain. There she was graced with the invaluable transformation into divine wisdom. When she recreated her torus, she divided her essence into 7 distinct aspects during her reconstruction. With each tear she shed, an ocean was born, between which she segmented her body into 7 continents. And her children took on 7 colors, each harboring 7 chakras capable of resonating with 7 musical notes. This imbued them with 7 heavenly virtues: chastity, temperance, charity, diligence, patience, kindness, and humility. However, as the balance of power shifted, disorderly beings emerged, thriving in the new nature that resulted from the Divine Wisdom's demiurge. Gigantic forces in the form of the 7 deadly sins reflected the greater reality of dualism, resulting in virtues being met with sin. These embodiments sought to assert their dominance over the ever-changing landscape, deepening the complex interplay of the universe. In their resistance to order, the Titans began to consume the very essence of their adversaries, swallowing them whole and growing more formidable with each conquest. The beasts were truly the children of the cosmic divide, and were large enough to withstand the test of time, becoming foundational forces on the planet. They embodied the primal energies of chaos, continuing to struggle against the order the Divine Wisdom sought. This insatiable hunger for power left the Divine Wisdom perplexed, because even her most ancient intellect had never bore witness to such a relentless march of chaos. When Divine Wisdom manifested forces of creativity, their adversary, stagnation, emerged to oppose it. As the embodiment of courage took form, its counterpart, fear, materialized to confront it. And when the symbol of admiration spread its wings, its rival, hate, rose up to defile its pure essence. Even when faith was able to shine brightly, its nemesis, despair, rose to cast shadows upon its light. Each successive child of the Divine was forced to face its antithesis, reflecting the eternal dance of unity and division. The world trembled beneath the weight of the Titans' fearsome onslaught, and whispers of their terrifying rampage spread dread far and wide. As the Divine's champions were devoured one by one, the Titans' shadows loomed larger, spreading darkness over the land. All the attempts of Divine Wisdom to maintain order had exhausted her creativity. Courage and faith crumbled under the weight of chaos. Desperate to restore harmony and quell the titanic forces, she realized that only one transformative act was needed, one that would reshape the world and begin anew. With no other options remaining, Divine Wisdom made the difficult decision to flood the world with a powerful deluge of all her wisdom, hoping it would wash away the chaos and give life a chance to start fresh. She carefully selected a few worthy souls to weather the storm, bestowing upon them the gift of an ark, a vessel that would carry them safely through the tempestuous tides of enlightenment. As the wisdom-filled floodwaters rose, engulfing the world and swallowing the remnants of the Titan's reign, the ark and its occupants bore witness to a new beginning. Divine wisdom had set the stage for a renewed existence, where order and harmony could once again emerge from the depths of chaos. In the wake of the flood of wisdom, the balance of power was still unstable. The world found itself divided between those who had been blessed the gift of intellect and those who had not. With so few possessing the capacity for knowledge, most would never fully comprehend the breadth of divine wisdom, and so ignorance inevitably took hold. Those seeds flourished as the world continued its repopulation. Each born became a contrasting perspective. Within this split was the course of modern history. The enlightened few were revered as gods. Their knowledge and wisdom was celebrated and held sacred. In an attempt for dominance over divine wisdom, these false gods established dogma, a structured set of beliefs intended to guide the masses. However, the chasm between knowledge and ignorance persisted. As well-intentioned as dogma may seem, it often fails to fully illuminate the hearts and minds of those still shrouded in darkness. This dichotomy between wisdom and ignorance, gods and mortals, created the complex tapestry of modern existence, where both harmony and discord are revered equally. Free will has been lost to a battle between science and spirituality, and all of civilization bore witness to the ever-evolving story. And so the eternal dance between wisdom and ignorance was in its most complex yet concise form, echoing the primordial struggle. Like the unknowable, seeking to enlighten itself, the next embodiment of divine wisdom began to emerge out of the eternal conflict, ready to face the newest drama of duality. Divine beauty emerged as a radiant embodiment of grace and allure. In this form, she sought to captivate and inspire the leaders of humanity, drawing them back to the path of harmony and connection with nature. Her enchanting presence was intended to serve as a reminder of the profound wisdom and balance that the world had once known, gently guiding mankind towards a deeper understanding of their place within the cosmos. The kings of men, entranced by the gods and dogma, were blinded by arrogance and ambition. Their hearts, once open to the beauty of the world, had become hardened by the influence of the god, who promised them dominion and control over their surroundings. In their hubris, they viewed the divine beauty as a distraction, a challenge to the authority they had embraced. Fearful of losing their grip on power and control, they rejected the tender guidance of divine beauty, dismissing her beautiful nature as weakness and choosing instead to pursue the path of conquest and domination that the gods had laid before them. Their dismissal of her nurturing beauty saddened her deeply, as she recognized the dangers of flooding the earth with wisdom. Yet, instead of succumbing to despair, divine beauty recognized the need for introspection and transformation. She chose to quietly descend into her inner world, seeking the answers that would help her guide humanity towards harmony and balance once more. Embarking on her inner journey, she traversed the 7 gates that led to the depths of her being, releasing her powers one by one. As she reached the core of her essence, she stood vulnerable and exposed before her elder counterpart, her sister, the embodiment of her ancient intellect. Taking pity, her sister obliterated her beautiful body, replacing it with a new, more powerful one, embodying within her the culmination of the primordial pain that preceded her. At her core, she became reborn as the all-powerful divine rage. Divine rage erupted vigorously into battle, able to overwhelm the false forces of power that ruled over her children, dominating them with her unbound fury. Divine rage cut through their ranks like a hurricane of destruction, every movement, a testament to her relentless pursuit of justice. Yet, the false gods were cunning, possessing the ability to produce clones of themselves with human worship. This insidious power made them seemingly invincible. With each one struck down, more versions rose to take their place, further fueling the chaotic battlefield. But divine rage was undeterred, for she knew that in the face of deceit and treachery, her boundless strength and determination would ultimately prevail. She continued to fight with unwavering conviction, her eyes fixed on the ultimate goal of liberating her children from the clutches of these false gods and restoring the balance that had once been lost. With a whirlwind of cosmic energy, divine rage illuminated the hearts of her children with the faith of their own divine nature and the power of their inherent wisdom, casting a brilliant light upon the deception perpetrated by the false god. As more and more people recognized their own inner divinity, they began to withdraw their worship from the false god, stripping them of their ability to multiply. Although divine rage had emerged victorious, her intense fury had become so deeply ingrained within her that it was not easily subdued. The light within her heart, though brilliant, was not enough to quell the powerful force of her rage, which had been fueled by the long-standing injustice and suffering her children had endured. Driven by momentum of battle against the false god, she found herself caught in the grip of her own uncontrollable fury, unable to find the inner peace necessary to restore balance. Her rampage continued as she sought to obliterate any lingering traces of deception and corruption, even when it was no longer warranted. Then, from the ashes of her destruction, the pure pattern of protective passion. Although less forceful than her divine rage, it was pure in its goal of quelling the divine from her fury. The fury was unmatched, and she swiftly struck down the compassion. It was in that poignant moment that divine rage recognized the symbolic significance of the protective spirit she had just struck down. This spirit represented the same harmonious essence that had once enveloped her as the toroidal sphere, and later manifested as the moon, safeguarding and nurturing her children. Now, this spirit had embodied patterns of pure passionate protection. To restore balance to her own being, she realized the importance of embracing this sacred energy to heal both herself and the world. The now calmed rage inverted into divine love, and she immediately ventured once more into the inner world for resurrection. This journey, unlike her rebirth, required passage through 14 gates. Navigating through her own 7 gates followed by his 6 was, tragically, beyond her power, and so she became stuck in darkness, unable to cross the final gate, thus halted at the penultimate threshold. It was there that the lessons of the entire cosmic story revealed themselves. Trapped in a new realm of blankness, the divine love was confronted with the greatest pain reflected back upon her. She realized that in its pursuit of self-discovery, the sole reason the cosmos had escaped infinite completeness was to divide into finite perfection. This one terrific pain that she had to face alone was, unfortunately, this terrible limitation. And so, the cosmic story reached a pivotal moment. After divine insight inspired the collection of divine intellect, it was able to understand divine motherhood's ability to nurture life. But through understanding death, her suffering forged divine wisdom, offering divine beauty, a way to face deception with the power of divine rage. After a fierce battle with herself, divine love could perceive the personification of all the patterns of passion protecting her. Now driven by the determination that had carried the entire cosmos this far, the divine crafted an element from her own essence, a quartz imbued with the power of creation. This crystal within the body of compassion became a sacred union where the cosmic forces intertwined, giving rise to the immaculate conception of the Christos, the divine child, the anointed one who holds the key to the ultimate understanding of self and the journey into limitation. Born from the convergence of the masculine and feminine principles, the Christ is transcendent of the duality of existence, embodying the eternal balance of unity and division, light and dark, order and chaos. Through the divine child, the cosmos discovered the true essence of self, experiencing the beauty of limitation and the boundless potential of creation. And in this divine revelation, the universe found its purpose, to unify the Christ with all of existence. And just as the endless dance between creation and destruction, wisdom and ignorance, light and dark steps towards a crescendo, this cosmic journey has come full circle, where the eternal blankness separated from its incomplete perfection to find the perfect potentiality. The divine child who stands as a beacon of light and faith that will illuminate the path towards a universal alignment. As we conclude, I want to thank you for watching, where you clearly reflect the wisdom of light and creation and understand the profound significance of universal alignment. So please provide Gajira with powerful insights to ponder and discuss. Please freely comment your thoughts and perspectives on the journey we've embarked upon. Together, we can deepen our understanding and appreciation of the cosmic forces that shape our existence. Remember, it all started with a single, sacred sound that continues to reverberate through each and every one of us. So keep listening for those echoes of